Everybody. I hope everyone's having a good day. I decided that I was going to play the Corey Haim tribute video that a bunch of us did. Um, was it just last year? Yeah, I guess it was. Or was it the year before? I want to say the year before. So we are going to just replay it. I actually on it at the time. So it was played on my old channel, and it had to be put on private because stuff was going on in that channel at one time. And so I've always wanted to play it on this channel, and I thought, why not? What better day to do it than today? So I'm just going to go ahead and let the stream, I'm just going to screen share it and let the stream play, and let's chat in the chat. Let's remember Corey Haim today. And, like always, our thoughts and prayers are with Judy and the rest of the Haim family. All right, guys, let's do this.
We're live.
It's been 7,015 days since you took your love away. It's been 7,015 days. I go out all night and sleep all day. It's been 7,000. Since you've been coming like a blue
Sorry.
Nothing can take away these blues. There's nothing compared to you. It's been so lonely without you here, like a bird without a song. Love can't stop these lonely tears from falling. Tell me, where did I go wrong? I could put my arms around any girl like you, but it just reminds me of you. Went to the doctor and guess what they told me? Said, boy, you better try to have fun, no matter what you do. He's a fool, 'cause nothing compared to you. Keep the silence. All the flowers that you planted, Mama, in your backyard, all died when you went away. I know living with me, baby, is sometimes hard, but I'm willing to give it another try. It's nothing compared, nothing compared to you. Nothing compared, nothing compared to you, to you.
That's it.
Yes.
So, hello everyone. Welcome. Just to introduce ourselves, for those of you who don't know us, my name's Kim, and this Stacy is on the panel with me, and Susie. So,
Hello, everybody.
we'd like to thank you all for joining us. It's a very special day, and we're glad that you could all be with us. And we'd first like to start off by saying thank you to everybody that not only contributed, that also participated in the making of this, and we can't thank you enough from the bottom of our hearts. And thank you to Marty Horn for inspiring this whole thing by coming up with the idea for the plaque. And it just kind of snowballed from there. So thank you and welcome.
Yeah, and that video was beautiful, by the way.
Thanks.
It was beautiful.
I'm getting messages that the sound is off and that there's a delay.
There is a little bit of a delay in the chat.
And that the sound is terrible.
On whose end?
I'm not sure.
There was a problem in the beginning when you were playing the
Yeah, that
The
was
tribute.
because I had the two streams up and I forgot I couldn't pause them until it started. Okay, DJ Scully says sounds fine. Is it better now for everybody? Sound is fine.
good.
Coming from Kim, it sounds fine. I don't know. Everyone else is saying it's good. Maybe lower your volume, Mary. That's what I had to do. So, okay. Well, thank you everybody for being here. As you know, Kim and Stacy did part one of this fundraiser, and we were doing a fundraiser to raise money for a plaque to be placed on the carousel where Lost Boys was filmed. We got a tremendous amount of donations and support, so thank you to everyone who has already donated and helped out. I'm putting the link right now in the chat. It's a new PayPal link that goes to US because there was some issues transferring it. So if you'd like to make a donation through PayPal, it's right there. So hold on. If somebody has Cash App, I can put my Cash App. I just got to find the link.
I can't use Cash App. I've got no idea how to use it.
Well, I just found out it's not available even in Canada. So, and we are going to play a tribute video that a woman by the name of Jasmine was so kind to make it for us. It's an hour and 10 minutes, just to let everybody know.
We will be stopping at certain points, and there's a couple statements that people wrote. So, you know, I guess I'll start with the first one, and then if Kim can, as long as she can see it, she can read the second one and so forth. So, yes. Do you guys have anything else you want to say? Stacy?
I'm good, I think.
Yeah, let's do this.
Let's do it.
Excited. I haven't
All
seen it.
right. Are you guys ready? I need you to okay the screen share again.
Yeah.
Sorry, hold on. Let me
Got me
switch.
Kleenex ready. Hope
Yeah,
everybody
and
else does.
myself, Kim, and Stacy have not seen anything on this video.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a surprise for all of us, and we'll be watching it live with you guys. So did you okay? Okay, yeah, you okayed it. All right, here we go.
Hi, I'm Jezebel Sweet, and this song is dedicated to Corey Haim and the Haim family. This is Dream a Little Dream. Rest in peace, Corey.
Oh boy.
Stars shining bright above you. Night breezes seem to tell you I love you. Birds singing in the sycamore tree. Dream a little dream of me. Say nighty night and kiss me. Just hold me tight and tell me you'll miss me. While I'm alone as blue as can be. Dream a little dream of me. Stars fading, but I linger on, dear. Still craving your kiss. I'm longing to linger too, dear. Just saying this. Sweet dreams till sunbeams find you. Sweet dreams that leave our worries behind you. But in your dreams, whatever they be, dream a little dream of me. Dream a little dream of me.
Okay, this is a statement by Cheyenne. So this is a first cousin of Corey's. Says, I miss you, buddy. You're an amazing person with a huge heart, outgoing, and just an overall incredible friend and human being. I've known you my entire life, and we met when we were little kids, maybe late 70s, early 80s, right before Hollywood, when our family used to sit and huddle around the TV, watching your cameo roles in Edison Twins, and say, there he is, that's Corey. What an incredible child actor you were. I've lost track of time, but when I think back on all the great experiences we shared, I can't escape the memory of our first trip to Mexico with you and Jude. What an incredible time that was. I remember our first ever 40-foot scuba dive at Machoans Reefs, Cancun, all captured on video and still watch it from time to time to this day. I've since been to Mexico 13 more times, bro, and I think of you every time I go. I cannot thank you enough for your friendship, the incredible memories, and iconic movie characters you gave the world to enjoy. Love, your bro, Cheyenne.
It's Janie, actually.
Janie, oh, sorry.
Janie.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I don't. It's on the screen for a little bit so everybody can see it on the replay. Corey's friend, not a cousin. Okay, I'm sorry. I was getting, oh, here we go. There's a picture of the two of them.
Oh, shame. Maybe this is from someone different.
My cousin Corey was the true original article, the real McCoy, the actual essence of as real as you can get, no bullshit. The base of goodness at the heart. The amazing stories about him hanging out with random fans, and after meeting up on a random street corner or mall, food court for hours on end, donating time and money to animal shelters, giving back to underprivileged kids to see them smile. All true and all no big surprise. Corey had sunshine in his pocket, for real. No matter how dark and crappy life could get, he always had a secret sparkle and an energy that nobody could ever penetrate or change with the negative. He always marched on, believing in the good of people and love and justice and all that is innocent in this world. And he's still my over-the-rainbow inspiration for all that is right and good in this crazy, fucked-up world that took him away from me and all of us. My fuzzy cuzzy, our Corey. And after it rains and the sparkling drops reflect the light that shimmer off the rainbows, well, that's Core. Making sure to check in to make sure that we all remember that there's still good in this world. I miss him so much. I also want to say to all of you fucking fabulous, amazing people, thank you so much for loving him like you do. It's overwhelming for me to listen to all of you and read all your comments all the time. And as one little representative from a small little Canadian corner over here in Montreal, I just want to say thank you.
What can I say about Corey Haim? He's my little brother. I miss him. I love him. He needs to get that star on the Walk of Fame. And, you know, he was great. And he's missed sorely. And I love his mom. And I love his dad. And I miss him every day. And I wish he was still here. Thank you. God bless. And I hope everybody to stay well and healthy.
You want to read this one, Kim?
Go ahead. I can't really see it that well, actually.
I've had the honor to work with Corey on many projects. From day one, we hit it off, and that professional relationship quickly grew into a pure friendship. Corey was not only a naturally talented and generous actor, he was an extremely caring and sweet human whose heart constantly radiated love, no matter the circumstances. He could also be a pain in the ass at times. He is truly missed, but continues to live through his legacy and in my heart. Francis Garcia, producer, director. Francois, sorry.
That's okay.
Aww. That was very sweet.
I'm very choked already. We're just starting. Oh, God. Okay.
I've had tears.
Me too.
Make sure you guys stay to the end. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh.
Hello, this is Todd Bridges. Corey Haim was such a good friend of mine. You know, over the years, we grew closer and closer. And he was not just an actor, but a very talented actor. And when his passing happened, for me, it was a struggle because he was such a good friend of mine. And losing friends is always tragic. But Corey, I know where you are, and someday, brother, I'll be there with you. And I'll talk to you soon.
Hi, all my fellow Corey Haim fans, friends, and family. I just wanted to say the idea of the plaque at the carousel where they filmed the Lost Boys at Santa Cruz is amazing. I was so excited when Judy told me that's what was happening, and thank you to those beautiful fans who thought of that wonderful idea, and thank you to Kim for organising it. Really, really appreciate it. It's really significant for me because I discovered Corey in the Lost Boys, 1987, school holidays. It was Christmas, and it was the very first time I saw Corey, and he blew my mind straight away. So I've loved him ever since then, and he's been a massive part of my life. He was very much a part of my life from the time that I saw him in the Lost Boys up until today, and it will continue forever. So when we unfortunately lost him, I actually felt like I'd lost one of my best friends, because my teenage and my early 20s was all about Corey. So I know he's brought lots and lots of people around the world so much joy and happiness. And the thing that I love most about Corey is his big heart. He really cared about other people. You could really see that coming through in his acting and the other, talented things that he used to do, like his paintings and his music and that sort of thing as well. Also, his relationship with his beautiful mum, Judy. You could really see how close they were and how much he adored her, and that's very, very special, especially for a mum who's got a son as well. I know how Judy felt, so it's really, really special. He will always be a part of my life. He's tattooed on me many times. I got my first tattoo for Corey when it was his 5-year anniversary. So I got written, "Thou shalt not fall, 222, never give up," and then his name. And then this year, for his 10-year anniversary, I've had probably 3 or 4 tattoos done this year. So I had his bat done, the bat that he had done for the Lost Boys. I also had his autograph done, which I asked Judy for, if that was okay. His quote that said, it basically comes down to that word love. I guess that's what it's all about, because I thought that was really fitting, because, that's definitely what Corey was all about. He definitely shared the love, and he's still sharing the love, even though he's no longer here with us. He's brought so many of us together over the years, and I've got so many beautiful friends that I've met through Corey, all over the world, and I appreciate that so much. And he continues to give. He gives us beautiful memories and friendships and just lots of smiles and happiness every time we think of him. So I'm pretty sure everyone else feels the same as I do. So thank you so much for this idea of the plaque at the carousel. I really hope that I can get over there one day. I'm in Australia, so it's a long, long way to come over there and visit Santa Cruz, but it's definitely on my to-do list with me and my family. So that would be amazing. Have a wonderful day. Thank you again so much to all the fans who thought of this idea and who donated, and thank you so much to Kim for organising everything. And much love to all of you. And Corey Haim forever, 222. Love to you all. Bye.
Corey was the sweetest and most giving guy. We shared the same lucky number. I love the time I was able to spend with him. Carrie and
I can't even see that.
oh, I love that picture.
Oh. Corey
Corey and I met in the 90s through a friend. A friend of ours wanted to set us up, and I didn't really want to date anybody at that time because I was working on a movie that I really wanted to focus on. And I finally said yes, and I went over to this guy's house and met him, and we hit it off. And he was a total gentleman, which was surprising to me because I expected some teen magazine type guy attitude or something, but he was so sweet and so kind. And our very first date, Corey came over to my house and we were going to go see a movie, but we ended up sitting in the kitchen across from each other, eating ice cream. And we sat there and we talked and we laughed until the sun came up. It was the best date I've ever had in my life. And I didn't want to date anybody until I finished the film I was working on. But I had never had so much fun with somebody like that in my life. I also thought, I can't lose this guy. And that was it. So we started dating and we were inseparable after that. We ended up moving in together because we were always together. We mostly stayed away from the Hollywood stuff unless we had to go to things. We would spend our time like just writing songs on the piano and singing and for hours and hours. And then we would go jogging and find parking lots in the middle of the night that were empty. And we would go skating and rollerblading all night long and just had so much fun. And we would go to parks and have picnics and talk for hours and just talk about life. We would go to Lake Tahoe whenever one of us wasn't filming a movie or something. We would just get away as much as we could. And we would go up there and stay at my parents' house, and we would go swimming and take the boat out and jet skiing. And we had bikes up there, so we would ride around and we would go to Blockbuster Video and get movies and come back and we'd have movie nights, and it was just so much fun. One of my favorite things about him was how he treated people. He always liked to make people happy. He loved that he could make someone happy and change their day and make it better. One time we were in a store in San Francisco, and these two girls on the other aisle where I was recognized him, and he was 2 aisles over, and you could tell they wanted to go talk to him, and they were talking about going over there. And I went over and got Corey, and I'm like, these two girls want to meet you. And he went over there and surprised them and started talking to them, and it made their day, and he loved doing stuff like that. One time we were at Jerry's Deli, and the table next to ours was looking over at him, and Corey invited them over, and next thing you know, we're eating French fries with him for hours. He just loved meeting new people, and he got along with everybody. Something that was very important to both of us was loyalty and honesty in a relationship. So we talked about it and promised each other that we would treat each other with respect. So one night we were at the wrap party for a film I had done, and this gorgeous model comes over to him and is totally flirting with him and touching his arm. And I was just dying. I was devastated because most guys would walk off with the model, but not Corey. Corey, he was so upset about how I would feel because of her coming on to him. He was upset and he went off on her, but in a really gentle way. He was nice about it and said, look, you're really being disrespectful to my girlfriend, and I don't like that. I don't like how you're making her feel. And the reaction on this girl's face was in shock because she was so gorgeous. I'm sure she was used to getting every guy she wanted. And that said so much about him. I knew then that I could trust him and that he was a fantastic human being, and he kept his word. You could tell that he had some great females in his life, his mom and his sister. I could go on forever with stories about him, but I won't. I just want to say that he is so missed, and he was the most kind, gentle human being, and he'll always be loved and have a special place on my heart. And I hope that he's watching what we're doing for him right now, because I know if he is, he has the biggest smile on his face. He would be so happy and so thankful.
Oh.
Hi, people.
Hi there, boss. Wow.
So I was umming and ahhing what to do for the anniversary of the passing of Corey Haim. And Kim and I were talking about a week ago, and we were reminiscing about a few clips on YouTube. And one of the ones that resonated with me was Corey, and he was at a fan meet and greet. And he sang People Are Strange from the Lost Boys soundtrack by The Doors. And you could just see how happy he was. He was surrounded by his fans, people that loved him. You could see he had a love for his fans. He was just a kind, caring, humble man who gave his all. And you could just see from that performance, how happy he was. So I just thought it was a really nice video, and I thought, yeah, I'll have a go at that. So this is my version of People of Strange. Apologies if I butcher it, but it's for, yeah. I'll give it a go. So we'll see how this goes. Love you, Corey. You'll never be forgotten. You're a star, and you will be a star forever. People are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone. Women seem wicked when you're unwanted. Streets uneven when you're down, when you're strange. Faces come out of the rain when you're strange. No one remembers your name when you're strange. When you're strange. People are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone. Women seem wicked when you're unwanted. Streets uneven when you're down, when you're strange. No one remembers your name when you're strange. And faces come out of the rain when you're strange. When you're strange. When you're strange, faces come out of the rain. When you're strange, no one remembers your name. When you're strange, when you're strange. People are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look good. You're unwanted. Streets uneven when you're down, when you're strange. Faces come out of the rain. When you're strange, when you're strange, when you're strange. Have a great day, people. Rock on.
Hello, friends, family, and fans of Corey Haim. This is Julie McCullough. Corey and I were great friends for almost all of our lives, and I want to express how much I appreciate all of y'all loving Corey Haim and just giving good grace to his name. He's surely smiling down on all of us from heaven. Thank you so much for all the love and respect and just the expressions of love that you had for Corey. He was a really good and kind human being. That's the most important thing of all, more important than the fame and the good looks and everything else. He was such a good guy. Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Hello, my name is Pam. I was Corey's last agent on record, and as well, but most importantly, he was one of my really good friends. I'm so happy that I was asked to do this by Judy. I have so many great memories of Corey, and it's hard to believe it's been 10 years since he passed. One of the things that I've always want to be able to promote is Corey's legacy, not only in film, but as a person. A lot of people don't realize what that man would give the shirt off his back for anyone. One of the most endearing things to me is I remember the first time I met Corey. I couldn't believe I was meeting one of my teen boyhood crushes, who still today there are posters on the wall at my mom's. It was just the most special meeting I can't even begin to explain to you. And when you first meet him, everything about him is what you see is what you get. And I remember seeing him for the first time. I was like, wow, that is the kid that I saw on screen all those years. And I remember at the time my partner was so nervous with him growing up watching his movies. We couldn't believe that this was actually going to happen. Our agency was going to be representing Corey Haim. It was just so endearing to see two grown people so nervous to meet each other for the first time. And that, for me, will be one of my most lasting memories. Fun fact about Corey, most people didn't know that he loved watermelon. He would make watermelon smoothies every day. So a grocery store trip with Corey was such a chore, but always a lot of fun. I watched a man who wanted the world for his mother and wanted to do nothing but help her when she got her cancer diagnosis. He would go to the end of the world to pay for her to stay in America to get the treatment that she needed. One of the other things is I don't have enough good things that I can say about this man. I'm so happy that I had him in my life and that my family got to meet him. I will never forget the first time my kids, my sister, and my stepdad, this will make me cry because my stepdad is passed, but I have never seen my stepdad speechless until he met Corey, and he didn't know what to say. He was just like, oh my God, this is Corey Haim. But Corey put him at such ease. It was just amazing. And such a great trip. I'm just speaking from the heart today. I didn't really have a plan on what I was going to say. I have just so many endearing memories of Corey, and it's hard just from hanging out with him, playing frisbee with him, swimming with him, going out shopping with him, and there wasn't a day that went by that we didn't talk. I can't imagine maybe more than one day at a time that we never had a conversation on the phone if we didn't see each other. So I'm just going to end this, make it short and sweet. And one of the things that Corey and I always did is we always told each other how much we loved each other. It was always love you, babe, when we got off the phone. And so for Corey, I miss you. I love you, babe. I hope that you're finding all the peace and all the things that you ever want in heaven. And one day we'll meet again, my friend. Love you, babe. Bye.
For those of you who didn't know Corey Haim, born December 23rd, 1971, and left us on March 10th, 2010, way too soon. Let me tell you a little about him. He stood 5'7" tall. I used to tell him he was 6'4" to me. He had such a presence. He was a leading man. He was an actor, singer, and musician. He accomplished so much in his 39 years on the planet. He could never comprehend how talented an actor he truly was, one of the greatest of his time. He was born with such a gift that will live on forever. Corey was loving, loyal, compassionate, funny, affectionate, dependable, sweet, creative, kind, caring, and extremely generous. He would give you the shirt off his back, no questions asked. He had a heart of gold. Corey loved to just hang out, relax, cook, watch movies, and just talk. Boy, could he talk. We'd stay up until all hours of the night, just talking and laughing out loud. He was the funniest. He had such a sense of humor. To this day, I never laughed with anyone harder. Cora always wanted to know what others were thinking and feeling. Cora had feelings and wasn't afraid to talk about them. He was a mama's boy through and through. He was so sensitive. He was selfless. He was definitely one of a kind. I miss you forever and a day, forever in our hearts, sweet one. I love you always.
So, there's a lot of people that say that there are angels that walk this earth, and I believe that 150%. There's no doubt in my mind. I think I was about 9 or 10 years old when I had the opportunity of seeing an angel for the first time. And I was watching a movie. That movie was Silver Bullet, and that's when I first laid eyes on Corey Haim. And from that moment, I was there was just something about Corey that nobody else possessed. I mean, he had this air about him. You look into his eyes and you see all the kindness and love and just what a wonderful person he was. Out of all of this, one thing that I love the most is all the stories that I've heard about Corey. And, this confirmation that he was everything that I dreamed that he would have been, and more, and no doubt more. One of my biggest regrets in life is that I never had the opportunity to meet him. If I had it to do all over again, I would go back in time and I would find Corey Haim and be like, that would just be amazing, just to get to be around him, to hear his laugh, to feel that hug that I've heard other fans that had the opportunity to meet him describe as just so warm and loving. I mean, he was amazing. He was wonderful. I mean, there's no doubt. And although he's been gone for 10 years, and gosh, it doesn't even seem like it's been that long. It just seems like it was yesterday. But I mean, he's left this legacy behind. His movies, his art, everything. I mean, he brought all of us together. Do you realize just how huge that is? From all over the world, different states. People that probably would have never even spoke to each other, never known each other. And here we are, all sharing this experience together, supporting his mom, honoring his legacy, through Haim art. Whether it be a signing to get him nominated for a star with Canadian Walk of Fame, or what we're doing now with the plaque, which is just so amazing that everyone can And I know that Corey's looking down on all of us, and he's smiling, and he's just seeing all of the love. But most importantly, he's seeing the love and support that we're showing for the most important person that was ever in his life, and that was his mom. She's been through so much, and she deserves nothing but to
Be right
live
back
her
in a
life.
second.
And that's what we're gonna do. They say that we have people that come in and out of our lives, and they come and they go. But then there are those people that come into your life, whether it's directly or indirectly, and they just make this impact and a difference. And after you find them, after you meet them, and even if you don't, they change your life in such a way that it's just never the same. And those people kind of miss you. And that's what Corey was, and always will be. So, I am honored. The stories, and I just can't get enough. So I want to send out all my love and all my support to Judy and the entire Haim family. And I want to thank you all for just bringing such a wonderful man into the world. Thank you, Judy, for raising a man who was just so wholesome and so good and so kind. That's rare. You don't see that anymore, and that's a reflection on you, honey. You brought that man into this world, and you raised him up to be the wonderful man that he was, and that was something that all of us, owe you greatly for. So I just want to end this with saying, 222 forever. Love you, Corey, and I hope you all have a great day.
Well, hi, my name is Chantal. I'm so honored to be able to share a few words about Corey and Judy Haim tonight, and to be part of this beautiful homage, this beautiful honoring we're doing for Corey Haim and his family, his mom. I'm very touched by that. I discovered Corey Haim at a very young age, being the same age as Corey. So I watched him on TV, and when I was going through tough times in my life, watching his movies made my weekends and evenings so cool, and made me feel happy. Wanted to try different hairstyle and makeup, and because I couldn't go out, So growing up watching him, of course, fell in love with
he was. Beautiful soul, kind-hearted, and extremely talented. And I had to say, so handsome in every way. He will always be a legend to my eyes, and he will always shine bright like a star. And I will always spread the love and the positivity and keep his legacy alive, like so many of us are doing, and so many friends I've made through these pages, of Corey Haim. So through Corey Haim, I met people, and I've made new friends, even if it's virtual. It's amazing. So yeah, he will always be a star in my heart, and he will always be special to my soul. But you, Judy Haim, all I have to say about you is you are a wonderful, amazing, kind woman, big heart. And I'm so proud to call you my friend. When I met you, I saw Corey through your eyes, and I connected instantly. It was amazing. And the woman you are, the mother, the fighter, but yet this beautiful, fragile, kind woman that deserves peace of mind and all the honors for your son, Corey. Judy, you deserve that. And your son deserves this all. I love you with all my heart and soul, always and forever. You know that. I love your son. I love you, Corey Haim, and everyone that spreads good vibes and love towards Corey and Judy. I love you all. That's for sure. So thank you for giving me this little platform to honor Corey Haim and being a part of this and honoring him. I'm very, very touched. Thank you.
That's the simplest way that I can put this. I guess I can just start out by saying that I love Corey Haim. I have since I was a little boy. Last time I appeared on a live show with Kim Still Rocks and Stacy, I just tried to express the best I could that what a human being does with their life, can impact others, especially if you're in a spotlight like Corey was for so long. For someone like me that is a nerd at heart and loves art, appreciates music and film, I guess on a much deeper level than an ordinary person would. So to keep it short and sweet and brief, I can tell you that to watch some of Corey's work and to really appreciate it is something that I'm very passionate about, and I appreciate Kim letting me speak a few words, and I just hope everyone knows that just because the person is no longer here doesn't mean that they should not be remembered. Because I think that this is going to serve a purpose and showing that what we do as humans, we can leave a mark, and we can have an impact in a very positive way. And if it's just a couple of words that I share with you, and to be able to just communicate and relate to others who appreciate Corey as well. I just wanted to say that I really do miss him, and I know that he had a great relationship with his mother, and that's amazing. I miss my mom all the time. I lost her when I was very young, and one of the great things about human life is memory. We can do things that create memories that we can go back to, to really make us feel good, to remember happy experiences. But I can just say that there's a few certain films out there that Corey did, like Fast Getaway. It's super important to me. It's always one of those films that there's a few certain films out there that Corey did, like Fast Getaway. It's super important to me. It's always one of those films that I can throw on and makes me happy, makes me smile, and it's just such a fun time. There's other films like Silver Bullet that remind me of my very early childhood, and just my love for film started very young. And I'll never forget the work that he left behind, and I'm just someone that really admires what he left us all to enjoy. And I'd love to say hello to his mother, Judy, and I hope you're doing well. And I have something for you. Hopefully soon I can get everything together and share with the world my tribute to Corey Haim on my YouTube channel. It's taken me far too long, and I apologize, but very soon I'd love to share that with everybody.
He's making a Haim documentary.
Everyone. And thank you for listening, and thanks again, Kim and Stacy, for having me be a part. And let's have a blast remembering Corey Haim. If you haven't seen it, you need to. It's so good. This is the copy that my mom actually got me from a local family video store in the suburbs of Detroit, and I've had this since I was 8 years old. The tape doesn't work anymore. One of my homes that I used to live in was flooded, so it doesn't work anymore. The tape just doesn't have it anymore. But my buddy Kevin, from my birthday last year, I'll never forget that he got me a replacement copy. This one's a little sun bleached, definitely sat in a window somewhere, but it adds character, and I'll never forget, him being such a good friend of mine, and helped me replace my copy that my mother got me, and this one works just great. I also have a DVD of this. But I love this film so much. It's one of Corey's best works, in my opinion. I like the sequel as well, but I just wanted to mention, if you guys haven't seen Best Getaway, it's so good. It's amazing.
It has been asked of me if I could share some memories of the late Corey Haim by his mother, Judy. Humbly, I have obliged. Unlike many people who have developed memories over time, mine are special. Mine are time spent, time given, and time cherished before a legacy was made. Most know Corey as he progressed throughout his acting career, being shown in our homes through TV, with commercials to shows, and moving into big box movies at theaters. Eventually becoming the star his legacy reflects now. My name is Brad Zieglerly. I'm in my late 40s, and if you know how old Corey would be now, we match. Corey was a childhood friend, schoolmate, and coincidentally, we played hockey to death together all prior to the start of the legacy he leaves it with all of us now. Our time together wasn't lengthy and ended abruptly, but not without great impact I've cherished so close to my heart after all these years. When I think about Corey, the first thing that comes to mind is someone that protected me. As a child at the school, German Mills Public School, we both attended in Thornhill, Ontario, Canada. I had bullies that made fun of me, tormented me, and were very mean. When I met Corey, all that stopped. Corey didn't start schooling at that school, but when he did, having all that torment, hurt, pain was the most amazing feeling to a child as I was to stop. It was gone. We became good friends at school. I can remember him telling those bullies to leave me alone, standing between me and them. He certainly was not shy, neither scared of any of them. If I was left alone. To that child that is suffering that torment, the reaction to help from another child, and that child is successful, will stick in anyone's memory for life, as has mine, which is why it's my first memory of Corey. Corey and I also races together at school, played tetherball and hacky sack. We also had school chums playing with us. I remember one day Corey came to me to tell me that he was going away for a while, but should be back. I can't recall why day, but I'm almost positive he left us to start the beginning of his acting career. When he was gone, I surely missed him. I'm not sure how long after, but indeed he returned. I still remember playing behind the schoolyard, and a teacher came up with him and said, "Look who's back." Perhaps I believe he may not have been coming back, but when I turned around, I was so excited. Slightly, I can still feel those embers of excitement. As a boy, I was happy my friend was back. As we did before, we continued on with our friendship at school. Now, I'm not sure why outside of school we didn't visit each other's homes, but I have this feeling that Corey didn't live near the school since his mom always picked him up. Also, my mom was strict, so it was home right after school. Corey and I did play hockey together. We played ice hockey on a team called the Thornhill Paint Supply at our local arena. I remember this team dearly because by fate, Corey was on the team and his father was the coach. Corey was a good hockey player, unlike me, but like at school, he was by my side along with his father's encouragement. I remember his dad being proud of him and as a coach with a distinctive voice, proud of his team. As I mentioned, our time wasn't lengthy. The last I seen Corey was at the front doors of our school waving goodbye. He told me that he was leaving again, but this time wouldn't be coming back. The day he left, I remember he was called to the office, but shortly later, came back to the classroom with the principal. They asked that I be allowed to leave the class and come with them. Corey told me that it was leaving now, wouldn't be coming back. Leaving now, wouldn't be coming back. I knew it was to start something, but didn't really understand. We waited together at the front of the school for his mom to pick him up. She arrived and suddenly found myself lost. It was sad for me. I can understand now it was probably exciting for Corey since he knew what he was about to start, but I wasn't. Just before he was about to leave to go to his mom, he turned around and gave me a huge hug. I'll always remember that hug as he left. I did cry, and by that time the principal was back outside. That was the last time I saw Corey until I started seeing him on TV and his movies. It was just amazing and so awesome. Here I am as a child, my friend, and now he's in my living room on TV. That was exciting. Fortunately, those bullies didn't have much time to get back to torment me. My dad got a promotion at work, and we bought a brand new house and moved into it. Different school with no bullies. This is why Corey has always been in my heart. He was a child. I was a child. He saw what was happening to me, and in the kindness of his soul stepped up for me. He had the best personality, was kind, caring, and most certainly an infectious smile. My memories will never be taken away from me. Always in my heart, Corey.
Hey, so this is Sam from New York. Corey has had a really big impact on my life, and I think one of the two main ways is that he inspires me to be a kinder and better person, and also he inspires me to never give up no matter how hard things may get. I think he is this wonderful light who continues to shine regardless if he's physically here on this earth. But even though he's not physically here, I think we can all agree that he is like spiritually here. Like if you look at a picture and see him smile, you still feel that warmth and that kindness being radiated. And it actually all started for me when I was in high school, my freshman year of high school. I didn't really have that many friends, and I was kind of alone, and not the greatest feeling. But I went home and I put on License to Drive, and it made me feel so much better. And I think it was like Corey's just kind energy and warmth that he always had with him that made me feel better and kind of like reassured me that like things are going to be okay, don't worry about it. But yeah, that's ultimately it. And he still continues to do that to so many people, a lot of the things that people admire about Corey is that he is so kind and he gave even when he had nothing, and that he never gave up no matter how many obstacles he faced or how many hardships he went through. And I think that is the main takeaway, and that's what defines Corey. And I really had the wonderful pleasure of meeting Judy Haim and Holly Fields about 2 years ago in New York City, and it was the most wonderful experience. They were what I thought Corey would be. They were so kind, welcoming, and warm-hearted. And I just imagined that Corey reflected that, like they reflected Corey, and Corey would have just been just like them. And, having Corey in this world, regardless if he was here for 38 years, he still makes such an impact, and I think that is the most wonderful thing. And he will always keep making an impact because he has put a footprint in this earth, and nothing can take that away from him. So he continues to inspire people to do better and to be better, and that's never going to go away.
Hi there, my name is David J. Phillips.
I just want to say a few quick words about Corey Haim. I was very fortunate that the first movie I ever was the lead actor in was with Corey Haim. Actually, it's called Shark City. That's why I put that there. That's me there. That's Corey. And I was fortunate because, you know, he had been around the block and he had done it many times. It was my first time, and I just remember him really looking out for me. At times, it almost seemed like he cared more about my well-being on set than his own. Knowing that as my first film, knowing that I was terrified, he just really was a good dude to me. Later on, we became friends in Los Angeles after the premiere, and we started hanging around. And I was always just impressed by his stories and more importantly his heart. The man had an absolute huge heart. I remember when his mother was sick, he really was super worried and concerned to make sure that she was going to get better and helping her out. And all in all, he was an incredible guy. And I'm fortunate that I got to know him the little bit that I did before he left.
Okay, take number 3. It's Brandon Clayman. I'm an old best buddy of Corey Haim. Judy asked me to do this, and it's my pleasure. So we kind of grew up with Corey, and then he went away for his big career. And then when he came back, that's when Corey and I really started to create a deeper connection, a relationship and friendship. This is in Toronto, where we're both basically from. And the very first night that I ever went to Corey's place, and where he was with Judy, we saw the movie The Beach. And that's with Leo DiCaprio. And it was just an awesome way to kick off our friendship. And that night, of course, we were treated by Judy and her amazing chefery. She made a beautiful meal for us. Chicken schnitzel, always a good choice. Thank you, Jude, for all your love and everything you've ever done for us. But yeah, lots of great adventures with Corey. He is the type of person in my heart that ignites it, gets the energy going, and can inspire a lot of joy and fun and playfulness. Corey really deep down inside is just a big kid. He was always looking for something fun to do, but he was always being incredibly generous with his heart. And that's the sign of an incredible human being, and that's who he is. So yeah, saw the movie The Beach, and then Cora and I would go have sushi all the time, and we'd have like a room that we'd go to. This is something I really look forward to. And he would douse all of the wasabi. It was crazy, but that was Corey. Go big or go home. And I learned from him in those ways too, and I just loved all of our interactions. We'd talk on the phone a lot, and I, stay connected with him. I'd go to their house quite a bit, and then eventually we all lived in the same building, so that was pretty convenient. One night he invites me over. He goes, "Bree," this is my nickname. He goes, "Bree, come over. I got a great setup for you." I go, "What, Corey? I don't want to have a sleepover because you smoke a lot and it's hard for me to inhale." He's like, "I got you. Don't worry." So yeah, he ended up creating this entire outside bed on his balcony, and I love the movie The Matrix, and so he had all the posters of The Matrix up and all set up for me. It was such a thoughtful, creative, loving thing. Cora and I used to have all these kinds of conversations about life and also spirituality too. But one of the fun things we used to do all the time was go back and forth on our Austin Powers and Dr. Evil skits. And I was the one who inspired him to really get into Dr. Evil because, well, why not? For the first time in history, he was my number 2. It was kind of weird, but it worked out. And we just had a great time together. And it was nice that he was willing to share the space because he's an incredible actor. And I'm not. And I'm just a fun guy to be around with him. And so we really jived and gelled and connected at the heart level. And then I moved to Calgary, Alberta, and he came and sent me off, gave me a huge hug, and was there with everybody else. It was really, really special. Corey's the kind of person who will always give you the shirt off his back, the last dollar in the bank. He'll do whatever because he's just a person filled with love. That's who he was. That's who he is. That's who he'll always be. 222, brother, I love you so much. And I hope this video is heard by many. And And I'm looking forward to hearing everyone else's. Okay.
Dear Corey, I know that you're watching this somewhere out there. And I'm sure that it looks kind of weird for me to talk to you this way, but who cares? Because I'm sure that you would appreciate it. Just the same way that we spent so many great times together by the pool, playing frisbee, having barbecues, tons of laughs, tons of great times. And, you know, those memories for me, you know, I've never stopped thinking about those times. And Corey, you know that I've always been there for you. And ever since you've passed, I've always heard your voice inside my head. I've always kind of felt like you've been here with us still. And that's the impact that your friendship had on me. And I'm sure that anyone who's met you feels the same way. And I witnessed that. I witnessed the way that you would go up to anyone and just show so much kindness and compassion to them. And I'm sure that that's why so many people, you know, have just been so touched by your presence who have met you, and the people who have never met you. All the fans out there, all the people that really love you and that really want to honor your memory and honor your legacy, not just for the absolutely extraordinary actor that you were, for giving us decades of so many incredible roles that you played, but because of the person that you were, the person that you just were to so many people. No one that you've met is ever going to forget you. And I want you to know that no matter what happens, we're always going to be here to honor your memory. And I got to tell you, man, like, I miss you every day. Every day that goes by, I think about you, you know, wearing your jacket, wearing all the things that you may have gifted to me because I pointed out that maybe that was cool or something, and you just were the type of guy that would just give the shirt off your back, literally. And I know so many people have those stories. But mine, I'll always remember my stories with you. Always remember all those great times. And there was one time when you gave me the advice, the best advice you've ever were given, by Denzel Washington one time. And you would say to me, Chach, when life gets you down, keep walking through the raindrops. And I just loved that quote. And I would say it to you almost every single time we would say goodbye, you know, we'd do our little handshake and then we'd say goodbye. And right as you're walking away, I'd say, hey, Corey, keep walking through the raindrops. And we miss you, Q. Q222. Keep walking through the raindrops, buddy.
Hi, everyone. I'd like to thank Kim, Susie, and Stacy for doing the fundraising for the plaque in Santa Cruz, which is absolutely incredible. It's going to be at the Carousel where they shot The Lost Boys, 1987. You know, so they're doing this, which is incredible. To the fans who contributed so generously, thank you. You guys have stayed so incredibly loyal for so many years. There's the older fans from day one, from the minute he started, actually, his career. And then there are these people's kids and now grandkids. And it's really incredible. I want to thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart, you know, for thinking so highly of him and having the respect to honor him time and time again. The heartfelt letters that I get from you guys is overwhelming. You know, I mean, anyways, you just always understood what my son was all about, and your dedication is so appreciated by myself, my daughter, and our whole family. Thank you to our friends who are using their social media channels, for this tribute and honor to honor Corey, and always set the record straight. With no fear, no lies, and I really thank you guys for all of that. On the 10th anniversary of his death, it's been wonderful to hear, seriously, all these words of love and respect for Corey, and all the all the memorial sites that everyone decided to do from day one. All of you have, because of Corey, you have met so many people from all over the world that have become your good friends. I mean, he really connected a lot of people from all over the world. He did that actually when he was alive, and he's done it even more, afterwards. It's pretty incredible. He was truly all about positivity, joy, and love. And we just want to thank Corey's friends, who we've known forever, who are, part of our family. There's all of you. I appreciate all of you taking the time out to either write something or voicemail or video yourselves, and take this opportunity for tonight, for this tribute, for the plaque, to actually say something nice about him. I know a lot of people don't know a lot of his friends because a lot of them are in Canada, and some people have even claimed that he didn't have any friends, but he does. And I didn't even ask most of them to write something. I asked a few because we only have so much time. And and they've never changed. It's all the same. Whatever you heard from each one of them today is the way it's always been, always. I love each and every one of you. And, Corey's friends, my friends, we were all the same. And we always share the same friends. And they're still in my life. Everybody's still in my life, which is incredible. They're giving me the strength to go on and, to just keep going, and stay positive and all of that stuff, because Corey and I were like two peas in a pod. We were best friends. I really lost my absolute best friends. We could sit there for hours upon hours talking about absolutely everything. The kid told me things that I didn't even want to hear, to be quite honest. He always wanted to spend time with me. Come, let's watch a movie. What movie are we watching tonight? Come, you're traveling with me here and there and everywhere. He always, he says, if I ever get married and have kids, I want us to live in the same town. I mean, I was extremely lucky as a mother that he actually chose me to be his mother, number one. And number two, to have that experience of close relationship with my son that is extremely rare. And I know some of my friends have the same relationship with their kids, and it's a blessing. I wouldn't change that for the world. Corey had an amazing saying. He used to say, I want people to learn from me, see I'm human, and understand that I make mistakes just like everyone else, but it doesn't have to consume you. You've got to walk through the raindrops, and that's totally what I'm trying to do. With all the trials and tribulations that he went through, he came out smelling like a rose. That's why I used to call him my miracle child. He was incredible. Absolutely wore his heart on his sleeve, gave the shirt off his back, literally. He was a homebody, one woman man, and very loyal, extremely loyal to his friends, to his family. Of course, we had our hardships. Who doesn't? You know, everybody does, but we always talked about it. The lucky thing for me as a mother is he wasn't afraid ever to come home and tell me absolutely everything. He knew I wouldn't judge. He knew we can talk about everything, and I never wanted him or anyone in my family, my daughter, anybody, to be afraid to actually speak words, you know, even if it's horrible. And you have to listen, you have to sympathize, you have to help wherever you can. And I'm so glad that he was able to do that in turn for a lot of people that I've heard from, that when they had a really hard time in their lives, somehow, some way, whether he knew them or not, he helped them in some way by his strength. You know, so anyways, but bottom line is, I just wanted to come on and say thank you for always taking so much time, you know, to be involved in the lives and talk so amazing about my kid. Amazing. A lot of you don't know him. I don't know. I mean, I don't know any of you guys, but I got to know a lot of you, and you're awesome, amazing human beings, you know, that are smart, and you get it. And you got my kid, you can see it. He couldn't hide anything. I mean, you can see it, right? Even from when he does movies. I mean, you can see it in his face. He was real. He was honest. He was not a liar by any means whatsoever, ever. He said it the way it is, always with no fear or repercussion. But I personally, from the bottom of my heart, for everything that everybody always does, my friends, my family, my friends who have become family and are my family, I love you all. I thank you all. And this has been an amazing tribute for his 10th anniversary. Seriously. I know that a lot of the fans all these years called themselves the Haim Army, which was, I said, wow, this is unbelievable. It was a strong army because they met so many people through his untimely death, unfortunately. You know, but yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's just not easy. And then, you know, some of them decided to go and become the wolf pack. There is no wolf pack, but the Haim Army. You know who all these people are? They're the most amazing people. They are just my Corey's fans. That's who they are. It's not a gang. It's not anything else. It's just the Haim Army, wolf pack, whatever they want to call themselves. It's really okay, guys. It's fine. It's not, we're not doing anything wrong. And I love you for taking the time to do this tribute for my kid. A plaque is incredible, amazing. Whoever is going to travel to Santa Cruz is going to see a plaque and take pictures and all of that stuff. I'm honored. I'm sure Corey's smiling wherever he's at. And thank you very much again, all of you, for being involved in this evening. It does me personally a lot of good. It's about time to start, you know, to do something for him for a change, only for him for a change. Thank you, respect, love you, be kind to each other, love your neighbors, because you never know when your time is up. You know, I love you all, and be careful, be safe, and hopefully this COVID will be over soon. Thank you very much. I hope I didn't overdo it. Bye, guys.
Love you, Judy.
Oh.
Hey guys, I'll start by thanking all of Corey's friends who have made this amazing celebration of his life possible. It really is a wonderful thing that you guys have done with the plaque. And yeah, I personally feel so blessed to have been a friend of Corey Haim's. He was truly an amazing guy, one in a million. He was kind, loving, funny, talented, and just so down to earth. He was one of the most generous guys I've ever met. In a lot of ways, he was just, you know, you'd compliment him on something like his beanie, and he would say, "Here you go." I'm actually wearing his beanie today, so he's with me. I feel his spirit. I feel his spirit a lot. When Corey died, it was no one was expecting. It was a shock. He had everything going for him. He was climbing back up that ladder. He had a whole bunch of stuff lined up. So when that happened,
we just, no one knew how to deal with it. So how I personally dealt with it was, one of the ways was to write a song for him. The song is called The Other Side. And Cause, I dedicate this to you. It's your song. I will forever cherish our memories, and you will live in my heart and soul forever. Love you loads, big bro. This goes out to you. Mwah.
Give me some real reason in my life. Why is this so hard to answer? My conscience is bleeding. I'm crossing into another dimension. Somewhere out there, you are listening in the journey. You are right beside me, and the only certainty life I have is I will see you on the other side. Take my soul, leave me calm on fire. Don't need no more ammunition. I'm blinded, see clearer. I'm moving into my own body shadow. Somewhere out there, you are listening in my journey. You are right beside me, and the only certainty life I have is I will see you on the other side. Resurrect my memories and put them back to me. Somewhere out there, you are listening in my journey. You are right beside me, and the only certainty life I have is I will see you on the other side. Somewhere out there, you are listening in my journey. You are right beside me, and the only certainty in life I have is I will see you on the other
$222 forever. Love you, Cause.
Oh my God. Wow.
I don't think I can speak.
That was absolutely beautiful. Thank you for sharing that with us. I know Judy hadn't even ever heard it, so thank you very much.
That's the first time I've seen it all put together. And I just want to take a minute because I know Stacy prepared something that she wanted to say, but I didn't prepare anything. I'm just going to kind of go off the seat of my pants.
If someone's mic is making noises, I'll go ahead and mute by Stacy. Can I mute myself? I'm used to.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I'll mute you. Okay, so I just want to say thank you to Corey Haim for bringing us all together. You know, I can't say enough how much love I felt here today. And it's unfortunate that it's taken this long, to give him the proper respect that he deserves. And I remember when my mom passed away, she said, don't ask why, ask what for. And when you ask why, it's because you'll never get the answers you're looking for. We're never going to find a reason why someone had to go. But when you ask what for, I think if you take a look at the love that we've seen here today, you'll understand what for.
If someone can send me a quick message on Messenger, I can read what I wrote. I can't put it up without being kicked out.
Where is it? A messenger?
Yeah, just send me a message and it'll pop up now.
I don't think that I saw what you wrote, hon.
Okay.
Oh, I see it. You just need something to pop up. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I got it. Thanks.
Okay.
Okay, bear with me. I basically just wrote, being able to be here with you all tonight, showing nothing but an outpouring of love for Corey has not only been an emotional experience, it's been therapeutic too for a lot of reasons. Mama J has come to feel like family to me, and as such, all I've ever wanted was to be able to give her something or do something that would help ease a little bit of her heartbreak. While I know nothing I can do can ever take away the pain of her losing her beautiful boy, I feel totally honoured to have been a part of this amazing evening and helping to get the memorial plaque so that Corey can be remembered and honoured in the way he deserves. The joy that all of this has brought to Judy brings me a sense of peace. Corey did and still does deserve the world. He was such an amazing, genuine person with a big heart who was so very much loved. I feel sad at times that I never got the chance to know him, but hearing everyone express themselves so beautifully tonight just shows the many hearts he has touched over the years, and that while there are amazing people like you guys around, his memory and legacy will forever live on. They say that it's through your darkest times that you find out who really cares. The last 10 years have to have been some of the darkest years that Judy and her family has had to face. Mama J is truly a warrior, and I'm so grateful to have her as part of my life. I personally want to thank each of you for doing this with us tonight and showing that no matter how much darkness gets thrown your way, love and support of good, genuine people will always cast light on no shadows. It's been 10 years since you left the world, kids, and you still miss more than you will ever know. Even when I'm old and even more grey, I will still get butterflies when I think of that cheeky half smile and miss you, Cole. We all do.
That was beautiful, Stacey. Absolutely beautiful. I didn't put anything together. I just want to say that I'm so happy that we did this, and I want to thank everybody. Everybody played a role in this, from Marty thinking of it, from Kim coming up with the idea for the fundraiser, and then from us working together, Jasmine doing the video, the donations, everybody's support, everybody who contributed to the video. I mean, it's just been absolutely amazing. We thought we were going to have maybe like 3 or 4 people say something, and they just kept coming in, and there's still so many people, we could be here for days.
Yeah, we could.
For everybody to say something, about him. And it's always been positive and great. And the similarities in the stories were great to hear, because it just really speaks volumes. And I really want to thank his family and friends that knew him personally, that came forward and allowed us to share your stories, and for sharing your personal stories with him. I know that couldn't have been easy, and I'm so happy that you guys did, because I feel like I know him on a whole new level now. So just want to thank you, everybody. Judy, we're always going to be here for you no matter what. You've been an amazing person, an inspiration. You make me want to be a better mom. And I'd be blessed just to be as half as a good mother as you were. Oh, Jesus. Oh, thank you. Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm done now.
You know, thank you to everybody that's been involved. And, you know, if you weren't asked to be part of it, please don't feel offended or feel left out. I mean, we had to kind of stop somewhere and, you know, it like Susie said, we would be here for days if we included everyone. You know, maybe it's something we can throw together in the future and do a part 2 kind of thing. But
yeah, like
you know,
birthday.
Yeah, there's other events coming up, and you know how to reach out to us and let us know that you want to be involved, and that's something we can absolutely make happen. So please don't be upset. But like we said, we had to kind of draw the line somewhere. And thank you, Judy, for allowing us to do this. And I hope that we made you proud.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, I also do want to say, I want to check here though real quick. I think Heather Nicole said that the donations were at $150 for today, so that's amazing. Thank you, everybody. Oh, actually, I stand corrected. $172 and $172.20. There was a donation from Karen Smith for $22.20. Martha, Catherine, Jenna, oh, now it just kicked me out. I know Heather Nicole was thanking people in the chat as she was getting them. So thank you, Heather Nicole, for doing that. So yeah, we do have a video that Stacy made, a tribute video that we're going to close out with. Do you ladies have anything else you want to say, or should we move to that?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Kim, you gotta okay it for me to screen share again. Okay. I was trying to add something. Heather Nicole just donated $20.88. I just donated $20. So I was trying to think it's $9 or no, $8.92 would bring us to $222. So, well, thank you, everybody.
Remember 222 forever, everyone.
Thank you, everyone that was participating in the chat and watching the stream. I'm really glad that I decided to replay this tonight because, like I said in the chat, I did miss a lot when I was running that stream because there was a lot of different things going on, and so I missed a lot on that. So I'm really glad I never go back and watch my streams, and that was one I was able to sit through and watch the whole thing. So, again, Judy, Carrie, the whole Haim family, you're with our thoughts and prayers today, especially, but not just today, every day. So, Judy, you know how I feel about you. I'm not going to get emotional again. So, thanks, everybody.